Okay, greetings, everybody. It is the world's first and only dark-skinned activist, Rashida Strober, the creator of the entire colorism lane. Rashida Strober, the reason that anybody on YouTube, on social media, and even on television speaks about colorism and dark skin discrimination, because they were not speaking about it before I put it on the map. And every single time that I do a live, I'm going to make sure I lay that down before I even get going with my commentary. Back in 1998, I started this thing called dark skin activism that nobody cared about, in terms of a methodical movement, in terms of a discussion, a real discussion about why dark-skinned people are discriminated against. I created this lane in 98. From 98 all the way up until 2009, I continued to develop it by giving darkism talks, colorism talks in the community. First person to ever do this. Nobody did this before social media. Rashida Strober was laying it down. I developed it through the books that I've written only on dark skin, and through the plays that I've written only on dark skin, and created what's called the Dark Skin Activist Tour. In 2009, I decided to bring what I have been doing for years to the internet, and created the first dark skin colorism channel on YouTube online. All facts. 2014, dark skin really got popping. Darkism really got popping after I appeared on the Tommy Sotomayor show, where people began to bash me. But little did I know that a year down the line, I would have Black women come to my channel, study my content, and rip it off. I'm not going to leave that alone. Some of y'all don't want me to talk about it, but I'm not listening. I'm going to continue to tell my real true story, the story of the dark skin activists, and how I'm the reason you're even speaking about colorism. 2015, after years of doing the work of dark skin activism, I did what I normally do on Facebook regarding dark skin activism. I made a post about Kendrick Lamar after one of my supporters and people that I had been counseling in regards to colorism and darkism. She came to me about something, Kendrick Lamar and his new fiance. I Googled it and I said what I said. After that, the post went viral. I made a commentary on Kendrick Lamar and his light-skinned girlfriend. The post went viral to millions, even making me donkey of the day. And Black people said, what the hell is a dark skin activist? They called me crazy for talking about dark skin and colorism. They called me crazy for calling myself the dark skin activist. And then a funny thing happened. I had all these Black women flock to my channel. These Black women previously had YouTube channels that did not talk about dark skin or colorism. They only talked about regular Black issues. One of these people admitted to being a marketer. And so what they did is they took my original content, Rashida Strober's original colorism and dark skin and darkism content. They took it back to their channels that they already built up, where they already had a following, and they passed off my work as their own. And to this day, Black women on YouTube and in other places, now they're peddling colorism and darkism, even Lupita Nyong'o. And it all started with Rashida Strober, the only Black person. I'm the only Black person that could say this and provide receipts. They mocked me, then they copied me. But guess what? You're not the dark skin activist. Some of y'all so mad about it, but I don't give a damn. I'm only here to tell the truth. I'm only here to spit the facts. It's only one dark skin activist, and it's only one other woman that I will ever give credit to as long as I live. And that's a woman, those that follow me, say it with me, Cola. I'm going to call her Cola the Great. I'm not going to even call her Cola Booth. I'm going to call her Cola the Great. And then when I started letting the world know that Cola Booth is the mother of this whole dark skin colorism movement, the Black women turned around and started copying me on that. Follow the leader. This is what these do. With that being said, we're going to move right along. Now, tonight, mind you, the young lady that's on the screen that you see, that's not Rashida Strober. Greetings, everybody. That is a woman named Alexis that I call her. This woman is already the winner. Her and another light-skinned woman named, I believe Divine is her name, on the television show on OWN network called Ready to Love. I just finished watching it, and before I even knew what the end was going to be, I knew that it was going to be a light-skinned woman or an acceptable dark-skinned woman that was going to come out on top. Now, y'all can say what y'all want. This is no shade to these women. I'm simply calling out the darkism. I'm simply calling out the deep-seated darkism of Black men, what I've been saying for years. In fact, I started the movement Dark Skin Activism to bring the Black man back to the dark-skinned Black woman. So this is by no means any different from my original mission. I'm calling out the darkism. So Ready to Love is a show about Black people in Atlanta finding love, that is produced, I believe, by Will Packer and hosted by nephew Tommy. And again, this is no attack on the women. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. I'm not going to sit up here and try to appease people and convince nobody of nothing. I'm not attacking no woman. I'm telling the truth on what it really is to be a dark-skinned Black woman in America and to experience the darkism and the colorism that Black men have been exhibiting for years, ever since I was born. That's what it is. You don't like it, then that's your own personal darkism denial. So they all come out, and it's a bunch of beautiful Black women on there. Hold on, let's go to the website here. We're going to go to the web. This is the website, and let's go take a look at the cast. Let's go take a look at the cast. And the light skin. This woman is actually light skinned. She's mixed race. You can even tell by her hair. And I saw her in some other pictures where you could see that she's mixed with something. So for those of you that want to argue with me and say she's not light-skinned, you're not being honest. She's not. For example, hold on. Let me scroll down. There she is. This is a real Black, dark-skinned woman, phenotypical. Okay, so let's scroll back up and let's take a look at the cast. So you have Alexis, Angie, Ashima, Brent, Chica, Christina, Darren, Divine. This is the other winner, the other light-skinned winner that the men. And again, I'm going off of what the men said, who the men placed on top. Okay. Aisha, Jimmy, John. Let me scroll back up. I went down too fast. We got to make sure we get everybody. Mario, Mike, Nina, Reva, Terrell, and Tondi. Now, immediately the men flocked to the light-skinned women, especially this woman right here, Alexis. And I kind of felt bad because I saw it coming with this dark-skinned young lady right here, Nina, where she was kind of off to the side, or kind of like, you know, and I understand because I've been in that situation myself. And, you know, she was saying like, you know, well, it's been a long time since I've been dating and it's kind of difficult. And that may be true. But the fact of the matter is that the men were all flocking to this light-skinned woman, Alexis. And let's just go back and take a look at Alexis. Okay. Alexis, sometimes people could wear makeup to make them appear darker. But it is clear to me when I saw some other pictures of Alexis that she is a mixed race woman. I don't know exactly what she's mixed with. And you can also look at her hair and see that it is not the classical hair type, which is natural, kinky, tightly coiled hair. She has what Black people will term good hair. And she is clearly mixed race. And I saw some comments that, well, the reason that the men were flocking to her is because she didn't have on all the makeup and all the weave. Well, you know what? There's some truth to that, because mixed race women, oftentimes they don't need to wear a bunch of extensions. They have their natural hair. And Black women, Black men, that's a part of the package that they're attracted to. Now, does that make it no less darkism? It doesn't, because let's go back and take a look here now. Even though she has a perm in her hair, Nina is, you know, she's dark skinned, the real Black, and she's wearing her natural hair. It could be perm, it could be pressed, but she's wearing her natural hair. But the men were not flocking to Nina. I saw several times that this woman was kind of standing off to the side And Nina is her name, she likes Mario. That's the one. When they asked her, they said, nephew Tommy, he was like, well, who you feeling the most? And she said Mario. But guess who Mario was feeling the most? Mario was feeling the light-skinned woman with the good hair the most. And the second woman that was being felt the most was another light-skinned woman, Divine. Okay. And it's always the case that it is the light-skinned woman that the Black men are always choosing first. Always. Always. Y'all can deny it. Y'all are going to say, y'all going to make all kinds of excuses. Y'all will talk about personality. Y'all will talk about whether or not the woman is wearing weave and if she's wearing too much makeup. But when I watched this show, I saw a clear example of a Black woman that was not doing all that, in terms of, she didn't have a bad personality. And I'm referring to Nina. She did not have a bad personality at all. She was not wearing weave, and she has on natural looking makeup, not overdone. But she was the dark-skinned woman that was standing over to the side. And she, when the men were asked who they were not feeling the most, they chose two dark-skinned women. They chose two dark-skinned women. Okay? And one of the dark-skinned women was Nina, and the other dark-skinned woman was Christina. I believe Christina is an attorney, and they tried to use that against her, saying that she was aggressive and all this kind of foolishness. It's always an excuse that Black men will find to choose the light-skinned woman. Always at the top of the beauty hierarchy. But people will tell me that I'm crazy. They will tell me that I don't like light-skinned women. They will tell me all kinds of outlandish things, but they will never deal with the facts. And here we have a dating show on OWN with Black people on it, and the dark-skinned activists, my words have been proven again, because I am going off of what the men chose. And the fact of the matter is, the women that the men chose were light-skinned. And one of them, y'all can argue that she's not light-skinned, but she is, and she's mixed with something, and she has good hair. That is the type of so-called Black woman that Black men praise and they want to be with. And it's darkism. It's straight up darkism. And I'm disgusted by it. I'm disgusted by it. This is my way of dealing with the problem, is to come on to you and tell the truth and point it out when I see it. And again, I want to make it clear that I've always said this. If y'all are honest, because I got a lot of people that are not honest, or they got selective hearing on social media. I've always said this has nothing to do with Rashida and other women. I'm not even talking to the women. I done said this more times than I can count. I am talking to the Black men. And my question to them is why? Why do y'all continue to feel that non-dark-skinned women are superior? Why? If you guys go and watch this show, I promise you're going to see all of these Black men flocking to this one woman. And I mean, who am I to tell a Black man who to like? But she's honestly no better looking than any of the others. I mean, seriously. Kimber is a dark-skinned woman that was beautiful, but there was one, I can't remember which guy, that Kimber liked. But she looked over and saw that the guy that she liked was, guess who? He was flirting with Alexis, the mixed race looking, lighter skinned, good haired woman. And she was like, oh, something. She said something to the effect of, this is my competition. Like, she was like surprised. And I'm watching this going, why is this woman surprised and shocked? It has nothing to do with your looks. It has more to do with the black man's, not all, but a lot of black men's perception and belief. This deep-seated belief that light skin is superior, that light skin is more feminine, that light skin has more natural beauty. Because this is what they were saying. This is what some of the comments I read. So, when you are contending with that deep-seated, darkism psychological belief, there's always going to be a problem regarding the dark-skinned black woman's dating situation. And it's not your fault. They want to make you out to be, the blame for this, but it's not your fault. Dark, I'm here to tell you, it's not your fault on a deeper level, because again, and I have to point this out, I got to go back to her. Watch the show. And I paid close attention. And Nina, the dark-skinned one, has a great personality, just like Ashley on the first one. And I believe that she was chosen only because the light-skinned woman, Tiffany, could not get it together. That's why. I believe that Alex really wanted to be with Tiffany, but he ended up choosing Ashley, and I don't think they even worked out, from my understanding. So she really wasn't the winner, or should I say she was the winner by default. She was, like, again, the second round draft pick. And the other, what was her name? The other woman that won, Mike and Shay. Shay was darker skinned, yes, but Shay was chosen because she was the acceptable dark-skinned woman. Hold on, let me type her in. Shay from Ready to Love. Let me type, so y'all can see. She was the winner. And she was chosen. See, Mike was caught between two women that he liked. It was Shay and I forget the other lady's name, but the other woman was the real dark skin. She was the regular dark skin. But see, Shay, even Mike, when he first met her, he was like talking about her hair and if she was mixed with, I believe, Indian. That's why she was chosen. Y'all want to say, well, they chose a dark skin. No, she was chosen because she doesn't look fully black, unlike the other young lady that was fully black. She was dark skinned. I wish I could think of her name. If I scroll down, maybe she will appear. But yeah, Mike was torn between the acceptable dark skinned woman and the regular dark skinned woman. And I cannot think of her name. Oh, there she go. I knew I was gonna, if I scroll down a little bit. Shatavia. There's Shatavia. There's Shatavia. Now she is wearing weave, but she's a regular dark-skinned woman. She's not mixed with anything. And he subsequently chose the acceptable dark-skinned woman who he believed was mixed with something and had good hair. That's why she was chosen. Let's keep this 100. There's a picture right there where he was going on and on about how she had her, her hair slicked down and this good hair. See, black men, they are aware of, they instigate this good hair stuff. They want to make it seem like black women, we weren't running around here with weaves in our hair, but y'all prefer these women with this so-called good hair. Y'all are doing this. Y'all are doing this. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Shout out to everybody that's watching. I'm not going to be on here long. I just want to just come on here and point these things out because it was on my heart, soul, and mind. And I see the same pattern of darkism, even though the darkism was exhibited in a different kind of way on the first Ready to Love, because again, the darker skinned woman that was chosen is mixed looking, chili-ish looking, the acceptable dark skinned woman. And Ashley, the dark skinned woman that was chosen by Alice, was chosen only by default because the light skinned woman wouldn't cooperate. So now we move on to the most current Ready to Love, and the men are already exhibiting darkism because once again, they flock to the mixed race, good haired Ashley, and there she is again. And they also flock to the light skinned Divine. They were at the top of the men's list. The men said it. Those two were at the top of their list. And the first two women eliminated, because I want to be clear, or the first two women chosen to be eliminated were two dark-skinned women, Nina and Christina. And Christina was subsequently the first one to go. The dark-skinned woman is the first one to go. And if you ask me, the majority of these women are either light skin or brown skin. Angie, you're a lighter brown skin. Ashima, you're a lighter brown skin. Aisha, you're a lighter brown skin. Okay. Tondi, you're a lighter brown skin. So we got Reva, Nina, Kimber, and Christina. We got 4 dark skinned women versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got 4 to 6. Folks, it's the undercover systemic darkism that's at play here. You might not want to admit it, but it's just the truth. It is what it is. And the only thing I want to say to these black men is choose a dark-skinned woman, a natural-haired, classically Afrocentric, African-looking woman. It is high time. It is the men, and I've always said this. People watch me and copy me. I've always said that it is the black man that can change darkism regarding dating and marriage. That is all. I want to ask you to make a donation to my GoFundMe. I'm running $1 million End Darkism campaign. The proceeds will go towards the production of my Dark Skin Activist Tour, which consists of my play, A Dark Skinned Woman's Revenge, and other creative works. It takes money. The goal is to raise $1 million. So if you want to end darkism, you want to be a part of that, there's no better campaign in the world to give to than the $1 million End Darkism campaign. Because what I do is I travel around the country presenting my show and Darkism Talk and impacting people's lives. But it needs your help. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and drop the GoFundMe link. I'm going to drop the GoFundMe link in the chat box and ask you guys to make a donation. Some of you have watched me and you have not donated yet. The Dark Skin Activist Tour needs your funding. So you can go to my GoFundMe and you can make a donation, or you can go to my PayPal and make a donation. I'm just copy and pasting it. If you go to PayPal, you can go to icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. Once again, that's icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. I put all the donation links there. So make sure you go and make that donation. And I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch, because after I watched the show, this was on my heart. I had to come on here. I wasn't even planning on coming on here talking to you guys no more tonight. I think this is like my 3rd live stream of the day, but I had to come on here and call out the low-key darkism that they laugh and kiki off and they don't want you to talk about, but I see it. I see it seeping in there, and I'm calling it out. It is the world's first and only dark skin activist, Rashida Strober, the creator, the inventor, the designer, the architect of the first platform in history for dark skin, known as Dark Skin Activism. I am the reason why anybody in 2019 is is speaking on colorism. I laid it down. I put it on the map. I'm the queen of this shit. Don't you ever forget it. World's first and only dark-skinned activist, Rashida Strober. Make that donation. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell, and make sure you like the video. And I want to thank you for taking the time to watch. And good night.